As football fans, we tend to get very attached to the stars of our favorite teams. We see certain players as icons, representative of the ambition, hopes and aspirations of the club they play for. And in some cases, this turns out to be a valid perception. Paolo Maldini, Gary Neville, Javier Zanetti. Each of these players can indeed be said to represent everything that is good about their respective clubs. These players demonstrated incredible loyalty in their careers and will forever be remembered for their incredible commitment to the success of their club. However, as we idolize and iconicize our favorite players, we run the risk of forgetting that football is still their source of income and occupation, and that club loyalty does not always come above that. Thus, though the players on this list probably could have avoided playing for their old team's archrivals, they are clear reminders that for many players in football, money does speak louder than loyalty. For me, Saul Campbell isn't the biggest traitor by much. After all, his story is fairly similar to Wayne Rooney's, and unlike guys like Gallas, Ronaldo or Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Saul Campbell only jumped across on rivalry. But he is definitely my pick for the biggest traitor in soccer history. Number 1. Saul Campbell. It wasn't Campbell's decision to leave Tottenham that caused Spurs fans to hate him. They understood that a player of his caliber deserved to play with a club playing in the Champions League. But to join the team's archrivals, and on a free transfer too, that was just too cruel and rightly earned him the tag of Judas by Spurs supporters. Number 2. Luis Figo. It's unfortunate that one of the best players of all time and a true professional has to be labeled a traitor, but when you leave your team for their biggest rivals, it's a tag you have to accept. Luis Figo's move to Real Madrid was particularly treacherous, as he was one of the most loved players at Barcelona during his time there, and had won a great deal of silverware with the club. Upon Luis Figo's return to Barcelona, 3 whole years after his move, Figo had all sorts of objects thrown at him, including a pig's head. Number 3. Ashley Cole. Cashley, aka the player everyone loves to hate, comes in third on this list. Ashley Cole first found himself involved in controversy following a tapping-up meeting with Jose Mourinho and Peter Kenyon of Chelsea. When the meeting was found out, all parties involved were fined for their participation, and Cole's agent had his license suspended for 18 months. Cole signed a 1-year extension to his contract following the incident, but soon found himself involved in controversy once again when he rejected Arsenal's contract extension offer for the much more lucrative contract being offered by Chelsea, and claimed he felt insulted by the wages being offered to him by Arsenal. Though Cole claims to have forgiven Arsenal for hanging him out to dry, Arsenal fans have never looked past the incident, booing Cole on practically every subsequent visit he has ever made to the Emirates Stadium and Ashburton Grove. Number 4. Mo Johnston. Unlike Kenny Miller, Mo Johnston crossed the Old Firm divide only once, and did so after a 2-year stint with French club Nantes. So why is he so high up on this list? Because Mo Johnston made an absolute mess of his switch. Prior to his move from Nantes to Rangers, Johnston had been a hero among Celtic fans. He had scored 50-plus goals for Celtic from 1984 to 1987, and won the league title and the Scottish Cup with the team as well. Thus, when he decided to return to Scotland from Nantes, Johnston expected to return to Celtic and held a press conference at Celtic Park declaring that Celtic are the only club I want to play for. However, when he discovered that it was Rangers who were able to offer him a more lucrative contract, Johnston made a U-turn on his previous statements and signed for Rangers. No. 5. Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney grew up supporting Everton and lived near the club for his entire childhood. He joined Everton's youth system at the age of 11 and soon fascinated fans and the managers at the club with his incredible skill. Also exciting for the fans was the loyalty Wayne Rooney showed to the club early on. After scoring in the final of the FA Youth Cup, Rooney revealed a shirt that said, "Once a Blue, always a Blue," to emphasize his dedication to the club. Yet, in just 2 years, that dedication completely evaporated. Not only did Wayne Rooney go back on his "Once a Blue, always a Blue" motto to pursue a big money move to Manchester United, but he showed no respect for the club, which developed him as a player by kissing the United badge in front of Everton fans after scoring against Everton for United. Number 6. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo will always be a legend and one of the best strikers to ever play the beautiful game, but when it came to club loyalty, Ronaldo had none whatsoever. Though he never jumped directly from one rival to another, Ronaldo played for both Barcelona and Real Madrid, as well as both Inter Milan and AC Milan, becoming the only player in history to have played for all four teams. The icing on the cake of Ronaldo's traitorous behavior was his move to Corinthians after training for numerous months with boyhood club Flamengo to recover from knee surgery. Despite Flamengo making it clear that they were willing to sign him, Ronaldo chose instead to sign for Corinthians, a title rival of Flamengo's in the Brazilian Serie A No. 7. Zlatan Ibrahimovic has never been known for his loyalty. Internationally, Ibrahimovic has temporarily retired from the national team a couple of times, once because he disagreed with the punishment he received for going out 2 nights before a match against Liechtenstein, and another because he felt, following Sweden's failure to qualify for the 2010 World Cup, that the remainder of Sweden's international games until after the 2010 World Cup would be meaningless. But Ibrahimovic's lack of loyalty internationally pales to his lack of loyalty domestically. After Juventus were stripped of their 2 Scudetti in the Calciopoli scandal, not only did Zlatan Ibrahimovic and his agent threaten to pursue legal action to get himself out of his contract, but he also moved to Inter Milan, Juventus' biggest rival in Serie A and enemy in the Calciopoli trials. Not content with having played for both sides in one of the biggest rivalries in Serie A, Ibrahimovic decided he wanted to play for both sides of the biggest rivalry in Italy, the Milan rivalry. Following his unhappy spell with Barcelona, Ibrahimovic moved to AC Milan, where he returned to his role of banging goals on a regular basis and winning Serie A titles in each and every year he spent in Serie A. And to put the icing on the cake, Zlatan Ibrahimovic was keen to move from Barcelona to Real Madrid after falling out with Pep Guardiola at Barcelona, but eventually agreed to move to AC Milan instead after having that move blocked by Sandro Rosell.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to receive new updates daily.